Welcome back to Alone at Peace, to Homeless Concerns, Escaping the Maze, Silverback Home, whichever it lies you know me as. I'm on my way to the gym, and I'm in need of a quick vent session. I'm going to use this vent session as therapy because I just went through an unease scenario that was brought upon me by PTSD, combined with the paranoia that comes with having high testosterone. It's happening low. So I just got a knock on my door, right? And in that moment I got the knock on my door, you feel me? I hesitated to even move. But then when I finally did draw the courage to go to the door, I see a heavy-set Mexican man with papers in his hands. So I look through the peephole, staying silent still, not to be noticed. I then wait, after going through the thought process of, fuck it, they just gonna have to come search for me this time. I then waited for him to walk away from the door, to recognize that I only hear one set of footsteps and it's just his. It's not a line of other people behind him. Then I opened the door and it was just maintenance. Now, my paranoia and my stress and anxiety levels skyrocketed within a moment. You could say my cortisol skyrocketed within a moment. Due to PTSD. I thought it was the police. I don't lie. Thought it was the police. And that just comes to just as a reminder to myself that people will do you one. People really do you one. And then idealize themselves as being someone who is good for you or decent for you, and in reality they are all bad. How can you do that to a person? You know what I'm saying? How can you put somebody through that? How in 2026 or 2025, 2026, whatever, how are you oppressing another human being? Like, how can you operate in the act of oppressing another human being? It's such a damn shame, because I know myself, I know my walks, I know my paths. I don't start nothing with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. I just be doing my best, and I do my best to have a positive impact on the people around me. And the first time it ever happened to me in life, where another individual tried to oppress me, that realistically had already probably put themselves in a position where, if anything, they deserved it. I made sense of it because we were of differing skin colors. And I was like, okay, that's just something with that. However, I healed from that as much as I can. And maybe I can even more, but I've healed a lot from it. And I've come to recognize that it didn't have to do with the different skin colors. It's just the differing morals and integrity and human decency. Because fast forward, to have someone of my same skin color to do that to me, I'm paranoid as fuck, my nigga. I'm paranoid. And I go through it and I look through like this, like the way that can impact the human being over life. The first time, it caused me to isolate myself for 3 years and some change. Because, I mean, at that point, you're dealing with people who take advantage of you wanting to be in their life what it is, and decent in their life, and they take advantage of that shit to the point where they flip that on you and become a danger to you. Like, how the fuck the shit is scary. It's terrifying. It's something that I don't want to go through anymore. And just need to vent because I'm lucky in life. I don't know. I don't want to pick up a bar shift tonight. I'm lucky in life to not have to. I'm lucky in life to have a bit of a support system. You know what I mean? And have like some people in the area that I'm in that I can call family and I can say and know with a definite love me. I got very fortunate and very lucky to stumble across that because I'm not open. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm spending my time very much just goal oriented, as we all should. As we all should. Because these things happen. People who don't want you to achieve your goals, people who won't support you in your pursuit of your goals and things of this nature, man, it's a whole darker side of what they're capable of doing in your life and to your life. And it's crazy. I'm very fortunate to have a cool few people because, to be real, it's over with. Me being vulnerable, me being in vulnerable positions, me being open to people who aren't showing the best of integrity or characteristics and letting them into my surroundings or even into my, like, anywhere, arm's reach or lies reach, whatever, or stories reach, it's over with. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna lie at all. I just don't have the comfortability at all. It's been affecting me since the situation. And I like to take the positive out of it, right? The positive I take out of it is, there's no better way to know and understand and completely grasp the fact that someone hates you. And someone actually, that little stuff you've seen play out over and over again that made you wonder, like, damn, I'm in this motherfucker with an open heart, and I feel like it's not being reciprocated. I feel like I'm seeing, I'm people or the person or the people around me want to create a bad image of me and create a bad idea in their mind of me. It's fulfilling in a way, in a dark way, when you can know by a definite action that it's like, okay, yeah, this motherfucker right here, yes, my intuition's been right this whole time. This person hates me and wants to be around me to cause destruction and bad things in my life. Because once that happens, you can turn away from that for good. There's no desire to go back, but it does leave a lasting trauma. So if you can, notice these signs in people before it gets to that point. And when you notice the signs that a person doesn't want the best for you, doesn't want to see you win, doesn't want to see you in ultimate success, get away. It's going to cost you way more than anything you can gain in this situation. So yeah, just be sure to get away. 100%. Because this isn't my first rodeo. It's not my first rodeo, and it's not the first time where I told myself a bunch of lies outside of the reality of the experiences I was having, and the lines I was able to easily draw before clouding myself with those lies in order to cope with the circumstance. And the same thing happens, maybe to a lower variety for some people, higher variety or a lower degree for some people, higher degree for others, but it is not worth the setback. We got to love ourselves and value ourselves enough to be able to recognize, hopefully, that, just because people have a personality right? And can try to spark laughter. Man, that's a demonic trait. That does not mean a person is any good for you or has any good in their heart at all. A lot of times the laughter is the mask. They try to wear that personality of assumable decency just to reel you in. You know, this is the year where I'm drawing the lines. I had a motherfucker like a week ago talking about think I'm a friend of me. And I'm looking at the nigga like, at that very moment, I ain't gonna lie, because of all of this that I've been through, I'm looking at the nigga like, first off, nigga, I'm the realest nigga that I know. Second off, I'm like, wherever this is coming from, nigga, you a op. You know what I'm saying? But I still try to play it, you know. But by the end of the scenario, the full-blown effective, what's happening, Miles? The full-blown effective characteristics of a real op came out full-blown. And I'm like, this shit right here, you just gotta arm yourself with your consciousness, the recognition that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Because it's deeper than what meets the eyes, what's going on. These aren't scenarios that are happening out of chance. When you're really focused on your goals, you're goal-oriented as a human being, that is the most, I'm going to the gym. That is the most powerful energetic signature you can be in. And the adversary, in order to keep everybody else low and to keep this place in a low state of being, it's going to send demons, you know? It's going to send demons, and people being vessels and people being communicative. A lot of them communicate and make friends and make storage units for these demons, and they'll turn right against you. So this is a beautiful time to get rid of any addictions you have. Alcohol, marijuana, smoking, drinking. I mean, you got to get rid of these demons, because you're feeling an extra presence come with you, you know? You're feeling a union and communion with an extra presence, and you're saying it's giving you comfort. What do you think it is? It's a demon, and for what it's appearing to provide, it's not showing you what it's really doing. All it's doing is taking away from you. And if you do have people around you, because we are each other's, we're each other's family. Like, we're placed here as humans to bring other humans up in consciousness, other humans up in energy, and, as an assisting social unit. So when something that is not a human is doing that, when it comes to you through a substance, you got to recognize it's going to utilize you to attack those humans that are actually there and very much capable of helping you become your best version of yourself. You got to get them off you. You got to. It's really that simple. Because it is having a psychological impact on me for sure. I'm fortunate that we're in the age of the internet, and I can spread a lot of love and a lot of light through this here phone in a place where I feel relatively safe. You know what I mean? Which is the distance is between me and the next person. But in all honesty, I gotta move different. I have to move very different. It's a beautiful time to be alive. I'm very fortunate to be able to say that my current surroundings, the current people that I consider in my circle, in my vibrational unit, in my family unit, in my progress unit, are sober. like from everything. They weren't going into the new year, but they made an incentive and goal without me having to tell them. But definitely impacted by certain exchanges that were had between the two of us. Um, for sure had an impact because they're a thoughtful individual and they haven't caved to the point where they done lost themselves to the demon, which many people do. Has chosen to be sober. And, you know, honestly, for me, that's becoming a new requirement. If you're going to, you can't live a life where sobriety is is it's barely a present state of being for you. You know what I mean? Because I'm too good, you know, and I'm not changing. I'm not softening up on my approach to be good. I am doing what is the right thing to do every time. I am out here in the world intermingling with angelic presences in the presence of God, you feel me, which is guiding me and gives its voice to all of our ears if we so decide to pick up on it. So that's the reality in the world I'm living in. And any and every